yes, sexuality. It's very paramount to start it early on time. Don't do what our mothers told us then. My mother never opened up to me to tell me that these are the nitty-gritties. I didn't know anything. I've never heard of menstruation or even development of breast. So when my breast started developing, I turned it into a prayer point. I started binding and casting. Oh, very naive. At age 11, yes, that was when I started developing breast. I remember we used bunch of broom, and I'll be hitting my bust. The thing suffered. And at 12, the menses came up. I remember hiding it away from her for 4 days. I think so, 3 days. Each time I wear my undies, it gets wet. I come back. I was in primary 6 then. I think second term. I think it was on the third day because the thing started on a Thursday, I suppose. And on a Friday, I was at home, or Saturday, and she noticed how uneasy I had become going to the restroom every now and then. And she asked me. I told her. She said, "What is the problem?" I said, "I don't know. It's like I have an injury down there." That is how naive I was. Imagine if our world then was like what we're having now. Somebody would have taken advantage of me. So please, as parents, man, woman, educate your children. There is nothing. These things are bound to happen. It is not something you should hide from them. It is something that is happening in their body. It is something that will happen in their body. When you expose them to it, they are aware. So they wouldn't be scared. In my own case, I was so naive. I wasn't scared. I just concluded, just the way I answered my mother. I said, I think I have an injury there. Before she had to sit me down, begin to tell me, this is it. It means you're a woman. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? He said, now any man that touches you, you get pregnant. Like touch this way. Hey, that was when I started being scared. Each time I walk past through people, hey, Chineke na. Let the body of a man not even touch me. When I come back, I confess to my mother. And I begin to check my stomach until I grew into adulthood. That was when I get to understand fully. Because even all through my secondary school, nothing like that was taught. Teachers were shying away from it. And truth is that there is nobody that can teach your child this sexuality better than you do. Left for me as a teacher, each time I'm handling those topics, I open them up. I pieces it to my students. I take it very seriously. But every teacher will not be like me. So teach your children. Open them up to it. It will help them. Honestly. The world is growing so fast today. If you don't teach your child what you're supposed to teach your child, others will teach them. Their uncles and their aunties, those your relatives that are wicked, they will teach them. And guess how they will teach them? In a practical way. Bikon, help our children to live better life so that nobody will spoil them.